All right, I'm here with Bill Whitmire and Aaron Zambarak at the DealerOn booth. And look, it has been a heck of a show, and your team is buzzing back here. So how's it been for you so far?
Really good, considering we probably got 90% of our crew came in. I think that made the rest of us work that much harder to get here because they put so much effort. So it's been exciting. We've had a lot of good conversations. Certainly the volume, I think, of traffic is not what we would typically see, but the quality of the traffic has been a lot higher. And to define that, I mean the conversations have been that much more intense.
Right. Aaron, obviously so much goes into planning an event like this. And then when everything changes, everything has to change. How's the marketing team been holding up?
We are doing our best. Pray for your marketing team out there, everybody. No, it's been fantastic. To Bill's point, I love talking to new customers, but our existing customers, that's been the really meaningful conversations. It's telling them how to get better, what should be on your SRP, your VDP, using all the data that we have with our 7,000 dealers, and really having those conversations how we can drive more engagements, not just leads, engagements. We want people clicking on the site and walking into your showroom. Yeah.
So a lot of buzz around the signals personalization. You want to explain to me what that is and why there's so much buzz?
Yeah, I think the big part about that is there's going to be some challenges that come this year in 2025, right? We've had some really good years, but you're looking at used car pricing and inventory is going to be constrained. You've got CarMax and you've got all Carvana are all going out and buying these vehicles directly from the consumers, and we're not getting a trade action. So I think personalization and for dealers to be able to go out and market to those customers directly and kind of be preemptive is really huge. And I want you to think of that kind of like an Amazon experience or a Netflix experience where you're watching shows and all of a sudden you're starting to get these shows served up to you, and you're like, oh hey, I never would have found that show, and here it is. That's kind of how Signals works for us in terms of inventory.
Yeah, and the nice thing is we're never done with it. We've got personalization set. We are seeing 150% increased engagement for those customers who get that personalized experience. We just released more enhancements to filterability, search results page for you recommendations, and to your point, it's that Amazon, it's that Netflix experience.
That's a great example.
You got to be a little creepy, just a little creepy.
Okay,
yeah.
we're going to quote you that, Aaron.
Thank you so much.
You have to be a little creepy.
Just a little.
Just outside creep, not total call you and follow you and then send you a message, hey, are you still up?
Yeah.
This is more of a, hey, here's the vehicle and this is what we think you'd be interested in based upon your other searches, and oh, by the way, here's a few others.
It's creep adjacent and fixed up. Yeah.
That makes it feel so much better. It's like Michael Scott. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
Right? No, and it's fixed ops too. That's the thing. We can't forget our friends in fixed ops. We're going to sell cars. Of course, the dealers are going to do that.
I think that's a great point because you've got rising wages right now. You have the cycles of service are getting further and further apart. So we've got to be much more proactive to be bringing these consumers back in, not only in the service area, but obviously on the front end as well.
Okay, so how long have people been using this particular set of tools?
Well, for us, we launched it right at the beginning of last year. Now we have a very large subset of data with 7,000 dealers. Yeah, and the 7,000 dealers, you start looking at that, and it gives you a pretty good taste of what that looks like.
Absolutely, and with the Synchro acquisition, we're taking a lot of that technology and personalization we had figured out there, and we're integrating it and adding even more. So in 2025, our Signals customers are going to get even more of that personalization to deliver the right message to that right customer when they're in market on the website.
Okay, tell me the felt pain points that lead to you being able to say, look, we think this is the answer. What are dealers coming, like what's the question they're asking or what's they're saying, can you help us be better at this?
Well, I think it's about getting that inventory served up to the right customer at the right time, as Aaron said. And consumers now expect so much more of an experience when they're on a website as opposed to all these call to actions. I mean, there's so many dealerships that put 15, 16 different things that are flashing at you, but they're not really relevant. And I think the most important thing is that you have to have that relevant content. And really, that's what Signals does. It takes your shopping habits and patterns and says, oh, okay, you're into this color with this vehicle and these pieces. Hey, here are the other inventory items that we have that also might fit that bill.
Yeah, and this came from, really, we know 60 to 70% of customers are entering your website not through your homepage. They're going straight to inventory. That's what they want. So when they get there, you got a quick second to keep their attention. You better be showing them the vehicles that they want and making sure, and then get them to the VDP. That's where the action happens. Nobody's buying a car from the search results page. I don't care how many buttons you want. Get it on the VDP. That's where we're going to convert them.
Well, listen, Bill, Aaron, there is no shortage of passion or energy around your product or around your desire to care for dealers. Thanks for working so hard at it, bringing new solutions to the table, and giving us some of your time at this crazy NAD in New Orleans.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.